Go. Terrell Smith and Darnell Dockett got the coach.
He knew that was coming. Those are the ones you want, though.
Well, who doesn't love a good Gatorade bath on a Sunday afternoon? Welcome back. The Arizona Cardinals, as we all know, clinched their division last week and are headed to the playoffs. But this morning, we're talking about your Fantasy Football League playoffs. The gentlemen from Fantasy Football Starters, Russ and Jeff. I'm sorry, I just introduced you guys in the wrong order. Jeff and Russ. Dennis, I'm sorry, our director, are here to tell us all the advice we need to move on in the right fashion, and we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, Carrie, this is the week that everybody plays for, why they study all those stats. And I'm going to talk about one tip right now, which is when you're going into the playoffs, setting your lineup, start your studs. Don't overanalyze your roster. Go with the players that have done real well.
Okay, and two of those players you have, right, Carolina running back.
DeAngelo Williams.
Yeah.
This guy did a monster job last Monday night, has been the last 3 or 4 weeks. He and Jonathan Stewart in the backfield have run for over 300 yards. He's a great play, DeAngelo Williams, this week. He's got a good matchup against the Denver Broncos, so this is going to be a good play. And then another guy that's been performing very well you've got to go with is Brian Westbrook of the Philadelphia Eagles. He's, again, somebody that catches a lot of passes for a running back. He also has had tremendous yardage. Donovan McNabb loves him. I think we're running some tape right now where he's actually scoring against the Giants. So Brian Westbrook is somebody you also want to start as well.
Yeah, he can motor for sure.
You got it.
All right, and Russ, we're talking about people you want to shy away from, don't take a chance on.
You definitely want to avoid certain players, especially when it's do or die in fantasy football time. And the first guy you want to avoid this week is Joseph Addai, the running back for the Indianapolis Colts. Joseph Addai has got a shoulder injury. He might not be able to play. They're calling him a game-time decision. Why take any chances at a time when it's the most critical? If you sit a guy that gets you no points, good for you. If you start someone who gets you no points, bad for you.
He's had a bit of a rough season.
Yeah, he has. And there's Dominic Rhodes there as well, so sit Joseph Addai. The second one I want to talk about is Marion Barber, the running back for the Dallas Cowboys. Marion Barber has got both a dislocated toe and he's also got a calf muscle injury. And he's going to be a game-time decision tonight for the Dallas Cowboys. In addition to him being injured, you're going to have to wait until Sunday night whether or not you should be starting him. So just play it safe and sit him as well this week. And finally, I want to talk about Brandon Jacobs, the running back for the New York Giants. He was originally going to be a game-time decision, but earlier this week on Thursday, they declared him out. He's not going to play. This means Derek Ward is going to be the starter for the New York Giants, and you want to make sure that you don't take chances because these guys can be declared out at any time. Case in example, Frank Gore for the San Francisco 49ers, he was also declared out earlier this morning.
Go easy on my guy Gore. I'm a big 49er fan.
We have about a minute left. I want to touch on the Cardinals. Obviously, you know, every game is a big game. The Vikings, they could improve their playoff standings.
Yes, they could, and the defense in particular. From a fantasy play, this week we think the Cardinal defense is going to hold up. The Minnesota Vikings have made a change at quarterback. Tavares Jackson is going to start. Gus Farrat got knocked out last week, so look for the Cardinal defense to really kind of tee off on them. And as we talked about earlier, Carrie, before the segment, the Cardinals definitely want to play a real good game. They want to improve their their chances to get another home field game in the playoffs if they go that far.
Yeah.
So this is a big game for them, and Minnesota, they want to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, now's not the time to rest on your laurels, for sure.
You got it.
Gift card giveaway?
Yes, gift card giveaway this week is email Jeff at fantasyfootballstarters.com. The Arizona Cardinal defensive player that forced 2 fumbles last week against the Rams. Give you a little hint, he did it in the 3rd quarter. And he's a linebacker. If you email Jeff at fantasyfootballstarters.com who that player was, we'll give you the gift card that features tools, games, magazines. Be good to go.
And you guys don't go out of business after the season. I mean, just really quickly touch on the fact that this is a year-round gig.
Yes, it is, especially for Russ, who keeps an eye on all the off-season moves. We look at coaching changes. We look at player movement. We look at the NFL draft. So 24/7, 365, so many people follow the NFL these days, Carrie, and especially NFL fantasy football.
All right, guys, fantasyfootballstarters.com. Thank you so much, as always. I have so much fun hanging out with you guys on Sundays. I'm going to miss you when you're not here anymore.